All right, welcome back. It's a new segment here on 17 News at Sunrise. We're calling it Realty Check. The Bakersfield Association of Realtors is coming in, answering some common questions about real estate right now. And I know there are a lot of people in mortgages. We're going to talk about foreclosures down the road. And then hopefully, we're envisioning this as we move down the road. We'll be answering some of your questions that you can submit either through our phone lines here. We'll give you a phone number to call, and also through our website. So we'll be answering some real estate questions. But this morning's inaugural segment here this morning is with the president of the Bakersfield Association of Realtors. It's Warren Peterson, who joins us now to talk about why it might be a good time to buy. Warren, good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right, so tell us, there's plenty of different reasons that, a home buyer who doesn't have a home might want to buy right now. Number one, there's a lot of properties you see out there right now.
Currently we have 4,500 homes listed in our local MLS, so it's a great opportunity. There's a lot available to look at.
And let's talk about prices, because that's one of the kind of next issues that people are looking at too.
Well, totally, there's 57% of the homes in Bakersfield are priced under $200,000. Mm-hmm. So you can see that half of the inventory is very affordable right now. First-time home buyers who don't have the challenge of selling a property have a great opportunity right now to buy.
And what about those people who are out there who may not have enough money for down payments? Are there different loan options now available to people depending on what their situation is, where they could be able to get into a home?
A lot of current changes. Recently, through the government stimulus package, loan limits have been increased, bringing more opportunity, more homes into the market. Mm-hmm. FHA now is a big player. Due to stricter underwriting guidelines on conventional loans, FHA, low down payment, is a great opportunity, great option for buyers out there.
Certainly building equity and owning a home is a good thing, not only being able to own your own property, but you say tax benefits is another one of those pride of home ownership issues, right?
Correct. Well, it's still, the tax deduction is the greatest benefit to anybody who buys a home. Mm-hmm. Renters don't get that tax break, so it is really a great incentive, financial incentive for people to own.
And still, I'm sure realtors and real estate agents right now are getting a lot of questions. People are very nervous about the market going down further, and also you see issues with banks. You've got like Freddie Mac and a lot of major mortgage companies having some troubling times. What do you say to people who have worries about that?
Well, the current news on Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae, those institutions were brought about to provide liquidity in the home market, providing mortgages for people. Those loans are all government backed, so the government will make good on that. Mm-hmm. Bringing more investors back into the market and calming those fears. So I have confidence that there's going to be plenty of product out there, plenty of loans available for people to buy.
And you're kind of taking it as the same thing with the real estate market. Calming people's fears in this market would certainly help people. Good people with good property will always be able to finance and find a loan for a home. All right, Warren Peterson with the Association of Realtors here in Bakersfield. Thanks for coming in. It is an ongoing segment. We're calling it Realty Check, and we'll have somebody else in next week to answer some questions. A pleasure to have you with us this morning.
Joshi, thank you very much.
Good to have you, and we'll be right back after this.
Okay.
Today on Realty Check, when you're looking for property to purchase, there are many options when it comes to distressed properties. And here to talk about all the differences between those properties is the president of the Bakersfield Association of Realtors, Warren Peterson. Thank you so much, Warren, for joining us this morning.
Good morning, Katie.
Now, here in Kern County, there is obviously a huge foreclosure problem, but as far as properties goes for first-time home buyers or investors or other people interested in looking, what is the market right now for this distressed properties? Before we go over them, real quickly, is there a huge availability here in Kern County? You'd think so because of our foreclosure problem. Is that true?
Well, our local MLS right now has over 4,500 homes on the market for sale.
Wow, so there's definitely a lot if you're interested in buying a home right now.
It's an excellent time to buy a home.
Let's put some information on your screen to go over the different types of distressed properties for some people that may not be familiar with them. Now, there's short sales, there's foreclosures, and then there's bank-owned or repossessed properties. Let's start with the short sales. What are those?
Short sale is a property where the encumbrance against the property or the loan against the property is usually greater than the market value or the asking sale price for the property.
I've heard from a lot of people that short sales can be very lengthy if you're trying to buy a home. Some people say stay away from them because they could take 8 months to a year to actually the sale to be complete. Is that true?
The actual homeowner or the real estate agent might be involved at that point, has to contact the beneficiary or the owner of that note to negotiate the sale. And generally speaking, that takes weeks to months to consummate that type of a transaction.
So that short sale could be a lengthy process if you're interested in that kind of sale.
You need to have patience.
Exactly. Well, in anything in life, really. Foreclosures, let's talk about those.
Well, the foreclosure process, we've seen that word kicked around a lot lately. That is actually when the house has been defaulted on. The notice of default has been filed. It's generally a 90-day process to get through that or to go through that. There are periods of redemption for the homeowner during that period of time. And generally speaking, in today's market, the house will go for sale. If it's not sold prior to the foreclosure process, it will go for sale to someone who may want to bid on it, you know, at the county steps.
Are most foreclosures as is? Like if you buy a foreclosure, it's just as you walk in, that's what you get?
That's the tricky part about foreclosures. Normally, investor-type people are the ones that are at the bank steps buying those properties, because you have to be very careful with the chain of title. Because if the house is in distress because of non-payment, there could be property taxes, there could be IRS liens against the property, so one must be very careful.
And the last one we got to talk about real quickly, bank-owned properties.
A bank-owned property is one that has already gone through that process, and it has gone back to the beneficiary, the original person who made the loan or institution that made the loan on the property. Now, REO, real estate owns, you could be dealing with a bank, or you could be dealing with what's called an asset manager. A lot of these banks pool these foreclosures and they give it to an asset manager and give them instructions
and then they try to get rid of them.
How to liquidate the properties.
Good information, and thank you so much for coming in. We'll be doing this segment, I believe, every 2 weeks.
Yes.
It's called Realty Check, and it will be all about real estate and housing here in Kern County.
Right.
So thanks for joining us.
We
this
really
morning.
appreciate your help.
Thank you, and we'll be right back after this.